hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. Okay, so happy Black Friday, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are getting into the Christmas spirit. Here's the gift that keeps on giving. Sister Wives, Season 17, Episode 11, The Worst Goodbye.
I can't look funny, no.
Oh my God, Cody, just when you think, like, you can't get any worse, he does. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my God. All right, so we open up with Janelle and Christine talking about that last meeting on Christine's porch where Cody went off. And Robin was playing victim. Christine, it's brought to Christine's attention that Robin might have misunderstood. I don't want, I need space. I don't want to continue a friendship. But Christine was right. She did not say ever, ever, ever. She said for right now. She said it multiple times. I understood that. How come nobody else, i.e. Robin, understood that?
Because that wouldn't be part of the storyline. That's why. Like you got to take a script. You already messed up one time.
True. Janelle and Christine. Janelle is like, how do we navigate our friendship? I don't want it to be perceived that I am picking sides when I'm not. And Christine says, you're like my best friend. Yay. Like, these two need to save each other. Hey, Vale. Hey, Black Lavender. Was Janelle making more excuses for Cody's emotional outbursts again?
I think, to be completely honest, the way I took Janelle was like she was really trying to understand what happened. Like she was trying to she was trying to come up with some logical explanation for why Cody acted the way he acted. But then she really couldn't. When she said out loud, you could see in her face she couldn't even wrap her mind around it.
Well, because he's not the same person that she married or that she thought she knew. The behavior was apparently so very much out of character. Really? Has he been away from your house that long? I don't know. Cody said he's hurt. He doesn't want to drive by the house or think about her ever again. Cody is just so immature in his thought process and very contradictory. Like he goes back and forth on stuff. He's like a yo-yo. Honestly, I'm annoyed. I'm tired. Hey, Yanni. Oh, Christine says she want to spend the holidays. I mean, Janelle says she want to spend the holidays with Christine.
Right? She's like, I'm not gonna make this work. I got my duties for Cody, Robin, and Mary, but then I want to spend my holidays with Christine. I'm like, oh well.
But the thing is, her duty to Cody and them, it's not even like it didn't even come across to me as something pleasurable, something that you want to do. It's something that's mandatory. You ain't got no choice. Just suck it up, Buttercup. That's sad. That is truly sad, but it is what it is. She asked Christine if she is open to getting married again, and Christine says yes, but not to Cody. Okay, girl, we understand that. And Janelle is like, when she was in that confessional, and I think she was in the confessional, she was like, Christine's young, she's healthy, she deserves, to get married. It came across to me as saying, me, Janelle, I'm young, I'm healthy, I deserve to
Right?
That's how it came across to me. Like she was
Crazy.
putting on that new dress and trying it
Right.
out, see if it fit.
And she's kind of, so I think in her mind, she's like, okay, this is looking good on Christine. How will it look on me?
Mhm.
That's how
Mhm.
I take it.
Yep, it was just so weird, but we love it. We see you, Janelle. Do it. Do it. Do it. Um Cody is saying that his heart is broken and that's probably why he's so angry because he's fighting the emotion. What are you saying, Cody? Like I don't know what he says throughout this entire show.
He's heartbroken over someone he doesn't love or and never loved. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm. Who wouldn't? Yay for Janelle, waiting for her redemption moment. Sorry, I'm not staying with someone for duty. Mm-hmm. I saw her recent picture. Janelle lost quite a bit of weight. Yep. Mm-hmm. She is free of Cody and ready to live her best life. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so yesterday I had some free time. And so there was no lives on. So I started going and I got caught in a sister wives loop of YouTube. And there was one, I think it was IQ that I stumbled across. Introvert Queen, I think she's called. Um she said that she does really in-depth analysis of these shows. She said that someone brought it up to her that Cody got into this plural lifestyle because he said all he needed was 3 wives and 18 children, and that would take him to the tier of heaven that he needed to ascend to, right? And the deal was that he would get the 3 wives, and each wife would have 6 children to get to the 18. Janelle and Christine did it. They met their quota. Mary fucked it up. So that's why they had to bring in a 4th wife. But the thing was, they couldn't get someone that was too young. They said, well, let's get someone who already have kids so
Got
that
it.
then all we would need is a few more and we could adopt those kids. And that would add to the tally of Mary's shortfall and get us to the 18. Ergo, Robin, who already got 3 kids built in, and we could put 2 on her because she was still young enough, right? So he got to the 18. Now, in order to get her kids to count, he obviously had to divorce Mary, to marry Robin, and adopt her kids. They had to do whatever they had to do with their father to give up
Right.
rights to these kids so that he could adopt, that Cody could adopt them. And I was like, wait, what? What? So he had an animosity towards Mary from the beginning because she did not meet her obligation of having 6 children. So he was pissed at her long before the catfish. And that would make sense why Christine came in thinking that she was going to be the third and final wife. Because remember, she said she always wanted to be the third and final wife. And that Robin wasn't supposed to be there. And then it also makes sense with Mary keeping it secret, keeping Robin a secret with Cody from the other 2 wives because she already knew she was in trouble for not giving him 6 kids. So that was their little secret thing, but it kind of backfired on her. Oof.
And
Oof.
to me, that's common for keeping Robin a secret in the first place. He was being sneaky with her. And my thing with
Mm-hmm.
Mary is, and I hate to say this, but I think I'm not sure if I'm on the right track, but Mary, you said the way y'all introduced Robin was y'all set Robin up to fail. And I think Mary did that on purpose because Mary was mad that she had to divorce Cody because she liked being first wife. She had to divorce Cody legally so Robin could marry. So you basically brought in your replacement and now you're mad.
You know? But I guess she thought keeping the secret was keeping her and Cody close together. But I don't think she was thinking in the here and now, but not down the road kind of thing. Was actually okay. It's possible Cody was actually interested in Robin' best friend. He thought Robin was a boring soccer mom. Oh, but did the best friend have built-in kids, or would he have had to put all six on her, or five? Imagine this: a weak, shallow personality being told he can join a cult, have women obey his every word, be a priest of the family, and eventually become a god. Wow. Yeah, Margaret. He fell for it because he converted to this religion. And I don't think he had liked Mary at first. He had liked somebody else. Her
There was a girl. There was a girl before her. So I remember
yeah.
telling the backstory. It was she was kind of youngish, and they I think during the courting process, it fell apart. So
Or is that the 17-year-old that they had to wait till she was 18 and propose? Because that was after Mary.
was that
That
after
was
me?
after Mary, but before
Janelle.
Janelle.
Okay.
And then they went and got Janelle.
You know what I thought it was, honestly? So I just started watching the show. It's fuzzy. I always thought that happened. I always thought it happened right before Mary. Like, right. I thought it was right before Mary. I always thought it was that way. And if I'm wrong, thank you for correcting me.
The 17-year-old, he was already married. He was already married to Mary. That's when they started recruiting the extra wives. They waited till she got of age,
Okay.
and then they started courting her. That he proposed, but she broke it off.
Yeah,
She
I know
must
she
have
broke it
saw
off.
him for what he was. Cody keeps saying plural marriage is a higher calling. Well, I don't see him demonstrating any higher gifts such as patience, kindness, compassion, honesty, being slow to anger, selflessness. You could keep that list going, Margaret. You could keep that going. Exactly. She didn't think of the no, no.
No.
She's playing a short game.
Yes.
No strategy whatsoever. Um, Um, he did convert from the mainstream Mormon church. Yep. Margaret, they use the higher call as an excuse to shut off women. As don't complain, as this is part of the spiritual growth. So that's why he keeps on saying that. Oh my God. Hey Gina. I truly think he's over the whole faith and plural marriage. He said it's an obstacle to his goals, likes how peaceful small family parties are, is tired of pretending. Wow. But that's how he makes his money, is with this plural bullshit. So wait, what are you gonna do? What's he gonna do? Oh my God. Okay, so um Cody said the biggest joke of the show. He says even though he's going through all this divorce stuff with Christine, he's got to maintain his other relationships. So we see him heading over to Janelle's house to take out her garbage and to level her fifth wheel. Like, what the
And when he was like, he told me, like, like our relationship is not collaborative, it's more antagonistic, and I have no idea where it comes from. I'm like, you know what?
I love Janelle said, I wish there was somebody else here who could help you so I wouldn't have to play backseat driver.
Right?
Where is Garrison? Garrison's the only person that knows how to level that trailer. The only person. Maybe he's the one who read the instruction manual. And
Right.
Cody's like, the dealership sold us a lemon. Why don't you call the dealership and ask them where the level out button is? I'm sure after paying all that money for that trailer, there is some sort of after sales service that you could take advantage of.
But when he said it's just a level up on its own, I'm like, you know what? No,
They did say when they got it that it was self-leveling.
mom, she had to push a button or something.
But you know what? At this point, I think Cody is self-destructing the leveling system of that trailer because you heard what she said. If it's not level, the toilet's back up. He is using any excuse not to stay there.
Or he's trying to
And
sabotage, or he's sabotaging it so she has to leave the trailer.
yes, but it comes off kind of shitty because he's leaving his wife and child there with the backed up toilets. It's just so ridiculous. And in the live chat or in the replay comments, does anybody know on Robin's estate, is there a guest house? I heard tittle tattle that there was. So if there's a guest house and she can't, like, why couldn't Janelle move over to the guest house and stay at the guest house? Or why can't they move the trailer over um to Robin's house and plug it in there? Like, there's so many questions I have. I don't know.
Okay, I just googled the following article real quick. It says, I put in, is there a guest house on Robin Brown's property? It says Mary living in Robin's guest house after losing her mother.
Wait, who's in the guest house?
Mary was this is last year. Mary was living in Robin's guest house.
Oh, so she doesn't have her own home anymore? That one that she was paying 4 grand for a month for rent?
Mm. If somebody just asked you asked the same question you did, considering Robin Brown had an entire guest house on her property, fans are asking why Janelle Brown is living in a mobile home.
Wait, why won't they have have poured a concrete pad for her RV and then used it as a driveway for the house they plan to build? Who wants to walk around on gravel all day? Probably doesn't feel true. True. If I remember right, only one house, so is a guest house. Okay, I agree with Gina with pouring a concrete pad because, and even so, the concrete pad is so small because even if you had to tear it up later, that ain't gonna be nothing because you're gonna be digging out a foundation anyway. So tearing up a little, what, 30 by 50 concrete pad ain't nothing if you building whole houses up there. Okay. So even if you couldn't repurpose it as part of a driveway or backyard patio or something, they could have put down because right now it's 4 different pieces of property. They could have put down 4 concrete slabs so she could move her trailer here, there, and everywhere. Cody just cheap. Cody don't want to admit that he ain't got no more money in that family account. He just does. And what little he have, he don't want to spend it on Janelle because he was real quick
No.
to go and spend money to buy his dead brother's truck. Where he get the money for that?
Well,
I'm
mm.
asking for a friend.
and
Me.
now that you said that, I'll put this question out there. Like, if y'all had this money to buy the truck, buy Janelle's RV, but y'all got the money to pay off Coyote Pass?
No, Janelle RV came out of her kitty.
That's about the
Janelle,
Janelle
that's
account.
why he's mad at her. That was the money she was tucking away. That was part of the money she was tucking away, and he ain't had no control over it. Janelle don't got no access to that family account. That's him. He has
Okay.
plundered that family
Yeah.
account.
So he bought that truck. Like I said, you don't have the money to buy the truck, then that's the RV, then that's Janelle's money. Like, if you don't have the money to pay off Coyote Pass, why are you out here buying a truck?
Mm-hmm. He has money. He's hiding it. Child. Robin costs a lot. She sure enough do. Okay, remember the cistern. Why doesn't she have water if there's a tank on the property for real? They just put in that small little cistern that can't even supply one house. Gina, I think that was you who broke that down for us. Why, or unless she's hauling water from that, because remember she says she has to haul her buckets of water. Oh, Janelle. Maybe that's why Janelle lost all that weight. She doing slave labor, y'all. And why couldn't he leave the truck with her so that she could use the truck to get the water and to take out her garbage? He is such a piece of shit because he should have two trucks, right? You could even leave her the baby truck if you wanted to drive around in your brother's truck. The smaller truck that you had, you could leave that with her. He's so selfish. He's so selfish. Oh my God. Then why didn't Christine Land go to Janelle to pay for half of her money that went to Robin House? Wait, Christine's land and Coyote Pass?
Yeah, because the equity that was in Christine's house is equal, pretty much equal to the value of Coyote Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And what I guess what well, whoever asked, Yanni asked, is Janelle giving half the money for Robin's house? Why is she not getting that money back?
Well, I don't think Cody wants Janelle's name on as many plots. I think he's getting wise to that. And apparently they shuffle names like we shuffle a deck of cards. They are very tricky. I can't wait. IRS, where is y'all? This whole family here needs to be investigated on how they like, are they paying taxes? Just saying. And this is a good point. I didn't even think about that. Filling up water jugs outside Christine's house while it sells. How bogus. They run up her water bill while she's not even living there. Bitch, I would have put a lock on my outside tap. That's so wrong. The money for the RV was the other half of her house from Vegas. That RV ain't cost that much, did it?
I think it was, according to reports, it was like 80 grand.
Wow. Well, at least she got something. He's definitely garbage. Oh my God. Exactly. Why does he need two trucks? Selfish indeed. Yep. It's because he wants the big truck to be like the rest of the people in Arizona. His convertible and stuff don't belong in Arizona, but Robin wouldn't let him buy it. Oh. Remember that Arizona is a community property state. Robin owns half of everything Cody purchased since they married him in 2014. So Robin owns half of Cody's half with Mary and Janelle. Oh my God.
So Robin was playing the long game.
But truth is, if he didn't have money to pay Janelle back, he shouldn't have given her he should have given her the land instead. But Janelle's piece of land, the one that has, the 4 sections of land that make up Coyote Pass, one of them have Janelle's name on it, and it's the biggest lot out of the 4, and it's already paid off. So I think she should just go and build, and I think that's what she's pushing for, because she's like, I've already spoken to the contractor. She's like talking to the power utility people and all of that. She's pushing to build on her piece of land that has been paid for. Robin will inherit it all in the end. You know what? If I was Janelle, I would try to maneuver to get Cody's name off of her piece of the land that was paid for, and I would be paying the property taxes just for my piece of the land.
I just put this in the chat. But I asked Margaret, do you think this is why Christine did not have Cody's name on her house? Because if Cody's name was on her house, Robin would have owned half of Cody's half of the house.
But Cody's name was on her house. It was. But here's the thing. I think she got him to take his name off of her house in
Gotcha.
order to get Robin house, because that's how they do it.
Gotcha.
He goes and he gets all of these loans, right? But he has to juggle where his name is at, because when the banks start doing, running up all of the outstanding debts, they'd be like, so your name is here, 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 here. So one less, if it's taken off of Christine handling all the payments, he's like, oh, good. He dropped the ball because he was so concerned about Robin. And Christine is like, oh, don't worry. I'll pay for everything to get your name off of this. Don't worry. You focus on Robin. Child. Christine realized that Cody was taking all their money. If she didn't buy her house, she would have lost her money like Janelle. And it's a shame. How the student became the teacher. Oh my God.
In my opinion, it's because she had given up on Cody long ago while Janelle was still trying with Cody. That's why. Christine took her blinders off. Janelle kept them on too long.
That part. That part. Oh my God. What else? Basically, Cody is just pissed that Janelle is a free thinking individual who makes her own decisions. But that's what happens when you have wives in 4 separate houses and you're not there on a full-time basis. You lose control. That's why, what's his name? Dagger? Who's the other polygamous family that's so successful?
Oh, the Dodgers.
The Dodgers. He got all them bitches up in one house. And he got them under his thumb. And he run things. No offense to my queens. Wait. The Dargers. He scared Christine. And he lost it. Yup. Oh my God. She's the only smart one. Saw that opportunity and took it. Good for her. Mm-hmm. He scared Christine and in the end lost it. Yep. Child, this a whole mess. Okay. Christine tells Truly that they're moving in 1 week. Truly, I think Truly at this point is like, okay, just tell me
Yeah,
where to show up.
exactly.
There's
Please don't
nothing
kill
you
them
can
all.
do. Let's see. McKelty and Tony come down with the baby. All right, hold on. Let's talk about this backyard scene. How Cody getting your marriage is between you and your wife. Why are you involving children? He's such a bitch. Every week I say the same thing. He's such a bitch. Why are you trying to involve and pick your children to get information from them? And Tony, for the first time, I actually like Tony. Tony was saying some mess and was given the messiest of looks. It was ridiculous. It truly was. We need more of Tony if he's going to behave like that.
Okay, can we cut off the McKelty? Because she handled everything so well, all her scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But did you see how she just shut him down though? When he was trying, before he was trying to be messy, she's like, no, this is what was said, this is what happened, and this, and this. This is, and basically what she did in that scene, she let both Cody and Robin know how it was going to go with her.
Mm-hmm. I like when she said, basically, if someone is leaving you, you're the last to know. If someone likes you, you're the last to know. Tony says, what? Tony had a point. He's like, if you're leaving me, I may not be the first to know, but I sure enough ain't gonna be the last to know. That's because you're an involved husband. You're involved in the relationship you have with your wife. Cody is a visitor to all of these marriages. He's a part-time everything. Tony, you full-time. You don't understand what it is to put in part-time in a relationship. So that's the difference. That's why Cody was last to know. In that situation, McKelty was making a whole bunch of sense.
I mean, she's so mature, and she let them know, like, hey, our relationship is independent of my mother, but she's like, no, I still back my mama, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
Christine,
it's for her happiness.
and I like the fact that Christine said, like, our relationship, if that's their relationship, I understand that she supports Robin 100%, and she supports me 100%.
But here's the thing, though. McKelty, you need to wake up and smell the coffee, because Robin is investing a little bit too much into your relationship with her, and she's not done it with any of these other kids. That should be a red flag for you. So what make you so special, girl? Mm.
And then they did that flashback to where Robin said, well, you guys don't communicate, so I don't know how that would happen. And then she's like, when she's talking to Mary, she said, Mary, she's talking about leaving Cody since Vegas, which tells me you was pumping McKelty for information. A. I had Q and A and B. That was A. I had to think about B, but that's what tells me, because you and Christine were on good terms, so she wouldn't tell you that.
Mm-mm. Hold on. Including children's insane medical bills, which is why she had him signing papers for back surgery so she didn't get stuck with the whole bill. But didn't Christine have to wind up paying for that back surgery all by herself? She had to do like a GoFundMe or something like that, because there's no medical insurance. And that's how I know I'm believing what IQ said regarding the adoption, because they put it out there so that he could give Robin's first 3 kids insurance protection, right? But none of these kids got insurance. Cody barely could keep a job. And when you're working on a reality show, you working as a contract person, you're not getting any sort of benefits. They not even getting residuals for this bitch. So yeah, reality TV don't get they don't pay residuals.
Yeah, they don't pay royalties, true.
Yeah, so the production company keep everything. So it's just mind-boggling. That was a whole lie that they told us, that he wanted to give them medical insurance. How you want to give 3 adopted kids medical insurance, and you don't give the other 15 of your natural born children any sort of medical insurance? Bitch, get out of here. Oh my god. She had to go fund me too. I removed something by accident. Okay. I got it. She clearly learned her lesson. Oh, okay. Yes, the person leaving will tell everyone else before, but Tony was right too. Cody knew they might not talk about it, but he knew she was unhappy. Cody can't have this both ways. Do you notice that during the course of one episode, he goes between, this is such a shock to me, and she's been telling me this for years and saying this to other people for years? Which one is it? Either you're brokenhearted or you can't stand driving by her house. Like, nothing he says makes sense, and it just contradicts everything that he said previously. It's very frustrating. McKelty doesn't realize Robin and Cody will only ever use them as a mole to find out what Christine is doing. But again, when they filmed this was when was the last season aired? When was that aired?
Last year, we started it last year.
So when they were breaking up, last season was airing?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go like this. If they're filming this last September, October, so she hasn't seen last season. So can you imagine how I wonder what McKelty is saying now that she's seen last season and this season. I wonder if their relationship is still the same. Okay. I heard this as well, but I heard that he's changed his name from Dayton to David, but I also heard that that was his original name. But when they came into the Brown family, she called him Dayton because I think his father's name is David. I don't know, there's something weird with that. Very weird. Dayton or David's name. Talks both sides of his mouth all the time. All the time. This season was a year ago. The season before was 2020. They haven't seen the tell all yet. Oh my God. She moved out in September, told us in April. Gwendolyn says she hasn't watched yet, so I can see that McKelty didn't either. I wonder how these children, like Christine's children, feel once they watch and see how their father behaves towards their mother. Oh, what'd you think about Garrison's confessional? Garrison came up there and he's like, I don't blame her for leaving. I'd do it too.
Right? No, it was Gwendolyn's confession that took me out.
Gwendolyn was like, she should have left him before they went to Vegas. Gwendolyn went all the way back to elementary school. Oh my God.
She took me out with that one. But she said before Vegas, I'm like, wait, what? Vegas, not Flagstaff? She said before Vegas. I'm like, wow.
I had to listen to that a couple of times just to make sure.
Oh, it was
Just to
Gabe's
make
confessional,
sure.
not Garrison. Okay.
Oh, Gabriel. I get those two mixed up. Garrison was the one who was helping Christine move, right?
Yes.
And Gabriel has the long hair.
The long hair and the glasses on, yes.
Okay. Okay, because one of Janelle's boys helped her move and the other one showed up for the sad goodbye thing. Thank you, Yanni. I get them mixed up. There's a lot of kids here. Gwen saw that her sister was trucking her in. Was tucking her in. Oh, yes. Shit, yes. And because the priorities have been screwed up ever since. Gina, you so right. It's amazing what the children will see and say. Child, Q8, all of them. I don't.
18 of them. I don't know all their names.
Oh my God, it's one of them. It's one of them. Jesus. It would be impossible to leave with 6 kids knowing things were finally about to get easier with money after struggling for all that time. And if you think about it, Christine didn't develop any life skills until she got to Vegas and had to start doing things on her own. The one and only thing that I remember from Christine distinctly was that she didn't even know how to pay a utility bill until she got to Vegas, and she had to figure that shit out. What? Amazing. But you know what? Vegas was the best thing to happen to Christine. It should have been the best thing to happen for Janelle as well. But for someone who is so independent, she has been mind fucked by Cody the most out of all of these people, because she has given the most financially to this family and reaped the least. Shame. All right, so then they start the pack up thing. Kelty strikes again, and she's like, what we gonna do? We gonna do breakfast tomorrow. We gonna come and say goodbye. We gonna drive by, or are we dumping toilets on these bitches' front yard? What we doing, Mom? And I was just like, girl, we ain't doing nothing.
Right? We gonna leave like a thief in the night. That's what we gonna do.
I think McKelty is also a little brainwashed, and I blame this on Robin, because she thinks that Robin is like this nice person, but then these bitches showed up to this backyard send off, and I don't know why Cody thought somebody was going to be throwing a party for his bitch ass to show up. And then he's talking to Truly like, are you excited about moving tomorrow? No? No smiles? No nothing? Shut up. Shut up. She's more mature than you. He's so ridiculous. And Aurora and Brianna, Robin's two oldest girls, they was up there with the most sour faces, just like their mother. And then she has the nerve to say in her confessional, my kids weren't angry. Yes, they were. And then your little girl, Aurora, so womanish. Why don't you go on dates? Go on dates. Really? That's why the teacher's sending home bad reports on you already. And you like 2 days into the school year. My God. Robin's family. Ugh. Ugh. I just can't. I don't have anything more to say about this episode. This episode is just trash.
I mean, this episode is moving us way along. Like this show has been going all season. I mean, I wish Robin and Cody would just give it up already. Like we see through the script, it failed, it flopped. Let's be honest.
I don't know. When Christine broke down crying, I felt horrible. Horrible. I found it strange, and everybody picked up on this. When McKelty brought her baby over to, I guess, Robin's backyard, there were no COVID protocols. They could all sit at the same table. They was all passing around that baby. They was all like, touching and everything. But then when they get to Christine's backyard, Cody says, we can't go inside because of COVID protocols. Okay, you can't go inside because of COVID protocols. We have to be socially distant. You stay at one edge of the slab, the concrete slab. They're at the other edge. When Truly starts to play with the little kids, they send Truly back over to Christine's side. And then when he goes to give Truly a hug goodbye, he tells the little ones, only me, stay here, only me. Which is it? Which is it? Because we opened up the episode with you dancing like a fucking idiot, carrying on like a donkey. So which is it? Is it COVID protocols or nah? What? I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused.
This is the message is fun. Like keep picking like Christine said he has a favorite wife, and he picks and chooses when to follow the rules, and that's what, and it all comes down to Robin.
Child. I I get the feeling. I'm getting vibrations that the reasons why we don't see inside, because remember I was asking why we don't film inside of Robin House. I feel it's for the safety of the crew because none of them have vaccines. So they're not going into enclosed situations with them to jeopardize the crew.
I can see that.
That's my opinion. This is so sad. I wonder if McKelty really likes Robin. I think she does because she doesn't see Robin for the viper that she is. I think you have to hurt McKelty really bad for her to learn that lesson. Um, why help mom move so much or insist on the party if she knew would upset Robin and Cody? I don't know. I actually thought the girls looked devastated, not angry. Really? Really? They didn't look devastated. How could they be? They've never been close to Christine. You can't miss what you never had. I know that personally. You can't miss what you ain't never had. Robin has isolated her brood away from the rest of this family. And as much as she sits down there and spouts that BS about how I want my children to enjoy this type of plural lifestyle, so they have all of these mothers and siblings and blah 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 blah, you have isolated your children away from them. The mere fact that Cody would not let the two young ones say goodbye to Truly, that proves it. That proves it. Like, I don't believe anything that she says anymore about wanting her children to experience this. I think the only experience you want for your children regarding this plural lifestyle is to marry them off into plural marriages, not to be a part of these siblings' lives.
Agreed.
Okay. This Ariella staying up so late is hearing too many. Yes. Yes. What does she know about dates? I must have been a really backwards child when I was her age. My God. But it was good Christine cried, so they can't say she didn't care. True. But I felt bad for her though. Cause like all her chest and her face was red. You know how she turned red. Oh my God. The evil little child yelling at her was just mean. Like it's over. No amount of dates will fix that. But let me tell you, Christine's a better woman than me because she was nice to that little girl. Cody and them uphold that child and all of that womanish talk, getting in big people business. Let me tell you, if my mother was her mother, I would have feet would have been out from under me and I would have been yucked up. I couldn't be talking like that in big people conversation unless somebody spoke to me and asked me a question. But to say have dates to older people, I couldn't insert myself in older people conversations like that. I might have been present, but I had to keep my mouth shut because that's big people talk. I don't know. Jamal, you're a bit younger than me.
I mean, someone said it. Ariel has too many rough conversations. Either they're talking. I think they're talking too much in front of her. That's my opinion.
Wait, I bet what Robin was trying to do was to say, if you all get sick, it isn't because my kid's been in school, so no hugging goodbye. But reality is to stop them from saying goodbye. Oh, okay, okay. The rules only apply when he wants them to. They have never made any damn sense. Gabe and Garrison said he was doing it on purpose to tear them apart last season in the yard. Yes, yes. And even when they went out to Coyote Pass and had that conversation with him, because the first conversation was with Mom in the backyard, and then they went out to Coyote Pass chipping at wood, and they spoke to him out there. And I don't understand which is the one with the long pretty hair. He's the most emotional. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He has broken down multiple times in the confessionals and to his mom and dad. And yet Cody still doesn't realize how he's hurting this child. Oh, God. Does anyone starting to think Ariella have some type of behavioral issues like autism? Isn't she the one that had the anxiety that he would have to carry around the house when she was having an anxiety attack? One of her girls, her oldest girls, had anxiety one season. They actually are close to the rest of the family. They were only isolated for the past 2 years. They were super close. Deviated because they can't say goodbye. And mom said horrible things. Robin is hurting her own children. I do believe Robin took advantage of COVID to isolate her kids and get more of Cody money for herself. Oh. Hey, Bobby. Cody is always excusing Ariella behavior. Yep. To be seen, not heard was a saying we were often told when around our parents' friends and their combos. Yup. Robin needs to stop being so colorist. Oh, Robin from Potomac. Okay. So they Potomac now. Oh, I think I have to. Well, I still secretly watch Potomac. No, that was the oldest girl. That was Brianna. Oh, Jesus. I can't keep track of all these children. All right. That was the episode, y'all. So Christine is leaving tomorrow. And this was the worst goodbye that she's ever witnessed. Good riddance.
Right, right.
All right, so that was the episode. This was Sister Wives season 17, episode 11, The Worst Goodbye. Join us in a few minutes. We'll have our final show up, which is Real Housewives of Durban, episode 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we'll go through that and join us back here again. We're doing a marathon today just for Black Friday. We'll be back to normal schedule next week, promise. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, this is another good episode, and the emancipation of Christine is almost complete, and I'm here for it.
Yes, 100%. All right, y'all. So until next time, bye.
Yeah.